Okay, some breaking news just coming in. The AIMIM chief, Asaduddin Owaisi, has hit back at Aamir Khan, saying, and I quote, that I would never say what Aamir Khan has said. In fact, he has said that I would have said that I would live and die in India. Now, these are the comments made by the AIMIM leader, Asaduddin Owaisi, and this is what he had to say. Let's just listen into the leader.
You suggesting that Aamir Khan should not have said what he said yesterday, that the thought of leaving the country occurred to him and his wife?
You see, the fascist forces in India, they want us to either live as tenants or second-class citizens if they cannot force us to leave India. So these two things cannot happen. Neither are we going to leave India, neither are we going to live here as second-class citizens. We are equal citizens of this country, and no force on earth can create this kind of a thinking in our thought process.
So when someone like Aamir Khan says something like this, given the fact that he's a superstar, what kind of message goes out to the people at large?
I don't consider anyone a star or a superstar. For me, the superstars have been those freedom fighters who I have to carry on their message, their legacy. I cannot let them down, and we have to live for those freedom fighters who gave us freedom, who gave us this, that.
But what's the message that goes out when he says something like that?
No, I would never say that. I would never even, dream about saying that I will leave India.
So that was a wrong thing to say.
I would say that I will live in India as a proud Indian Muslim. I will fight for my rights. And inshallah, when I die, I'll go in this soil of this country.
But there are also people, like they took on Shah Rukh Khan, asked him to go to Pakistan. There are also those kind of elements who exist in the same civil society.
Yes, these statements are not new. I have been hearing from my childhood days that Musalman, Khabarastan ya Pakistan, but that has not stopped me from striving, from struggling, from asking for my rights and living as a proud Indian Muslim. These voices of hate will continue to be there. They want to divide, they want to weaken us, but we will not allow them to create a fear or divide us, but we'll emerge more stronger. We have to have hope, and we have to stand up and fight against these forces.
So something more heroic was expected of someone who plays the hero on the big screen.
You see, that is why I said that I don't consider all these people as some sort of stars or whatever it is. You see, the people who have striving on the ground, who are fighting against these forces and who are creating hope in the Indian Muslims, these are the people who we should look up to and ensure that we continue to struggle.
Thank you.
Okay, so that was the AIMIM chief and president, Asaduddin Owaisi, hitting back at Aamir Khan and saying that the comments made by the actor was uncalled for and he does not support the views of the actor. In fact, Asaduddin has said that I would have lived and died in India. We are all, citizens of India. This is our nation. And he, of course, is joining that growing voice of protest that was expressed by Aamir Khan's fellow colleagues and co-actors like Anupam Kher and Paresh Rawal also, who took to Twitter to condemn the actor's comments where he did, express his views on the so-called climate of intolerance that has been seen within the country. T.S. Sudhir, editor South, joins us for more on this. Sudhir, we've been getting so many political reactions. We also opened, our channel to our viewers to express their views, and it's another controversy that is soon becoming politicized by every political party and leader across the spectrum.
Absolutely. In fact, Aamir Khan had received some kind of support from Congress leaders, but a tall leader like Muslim or like Asaduddin Owaisi, who represents the Muslim community, the Dalit community at large, saying that it was not really in good taste for someone like Aamir Khan to speak like this, as though taking a very defeatist position and saying that no one should actually talk about leaving the country, and someone like Aamir Khan saying it really sends out the wrong message at large. Even Ram Gopal Verma, who has directed Aamir Khan in the film Rangila in the 90s, taking a very similar position, saying that he was rather disturbed and surprised by someone what Aamir Khan had said, and for someone like Aamir Khan to say something like this, it looks like an unfortunate comment on the entire country and shows the country in full light. So Aamir Khan not really receiving much support from members of the political class. He's not receiving much support from even members of Bollywood, from the film industry at large.
But isn't it interesting, Sudhir, how, this entire controversy has left Bollywood split down the middle? I mean, we have so many people speaking for and against it, which clearly has exposed this divide within.
Well, even when Shah Rukh Khan had initially spoken about this, the film industry, the Hindi film industry, Bollywood was split right down the middle. On one hand, you had the likes of Anupam Kher and Ashok Pandit. On the other side, you had people who were defending Shah Rukh Khan and talking about the fact that he is as much entitled to his opinion on intolerance as anyone else in the film industry or anyone else in the country.
Right.
But now with Aamir Khan also joining his voice to what Shah Rukh Khan had said, it does not really, it's not being taken in the same spirit.
All right,
because
Sudhir.
what Aamir Khan had said is being seen as somewhat of a defeatist position, that he would have probably left the country should this kind of an atmosphere continue.
All right, Sudhir, thank you so much for joining us. We, of course, will just fix that audio problem. But that was Editor South speaking to the AIMIM president, Asaduddin Owaisi, who has also slammed Aamir Khan for his comments. Aamir Khan becoming the latest in a slew of artists who have dropped that intolerance bombshell on the government. And this, this comment that he made, the remarks that he made was while he was speaking at the Ramnath Goenka Awards ceremony, where he said that his wife Kiran Rao had asked him whether they need to move out of India given the insecure environment that is building within the nation. He also supported any protest that remains non-violent, adding that he supports the Award Wapsi campaign launched by several filmmakers, writers and other intellectuals. The superstar has now come into the spotlight for his statement, and of course a filmmaker has also filed a police complaint against the actor.
I would endorse any protest which is non-violent. As long as you don't start beating up people and as long as you don't resort to violence, then all individuals have a right to protest, and they can protest in any manner that they feel is right, as long as they're not physically harming anybody or taking law into their own hands. And this is certainly a way to protest. For creative people, it is certainly a way to protest. As an individual myself, as a part of this country, as a citizen, we read in the papers what's happening, we see on news what's happening, and certainly I've also been alarmed. I can't deny that I have been alarmed by a number of incidents. And it's for any society, it's very important to have a sense of security. So it doesn't matter who the ruling party is. It's happened across ages, it's happened in different decades, it's happened at different times. So it doesn't matter who is in power. But the fact of the matter is, and I often, on television debates we see where one political party, in this case the BJP who's ruling right now, is accused of various things, and they say, but what happened in 1984? But that doesn't make what's happening now. And what happened in 84 was disastrous. What happened in 1984 was horrendous, and what is happening, at other times also through the ages, whenever there is a violent act, when an innocent person is killed, whether it's even one single person or a collection of people, that's very unfortunate. And in these unfortunate moments, these are the moments that we look to our leaders to take a strong step, whether they're on the state level or at the center, make statements which are reassuring to us as citizens of the country. That's what we look for, yeah. I think in the last maybe 6 months, 8 months, there has been a growing sense of despondency, I would say. I mean, when I sit at home and talk to Kiran, Kiran and I have lived all our lives in India. For the first time, Kiran says, should we move out of India? Now, that's a disastrous and very big statement for Kiran to make to me.
जहाँ तक याद आती रहेगी